Arlo and the wisdom of the walking stick. Arlo was a boy of great speed and even greater noise. He lived in a town where the hills were steep and the grass was bright, and he never stayed in one place for long. To Arlo, the world was a race, and he intended to win it every single day. One morning, Arlo reached the community garden gate just as Silas, the oldest man in the village, was slowly trying to lift the latch. Arlo tapped his foot impatiently. "Excuse me, Mr. Silas," Arlo huffed. "Some of us have places to be." Silas did not hurry. He took his time, feeling the grain of the wood and watching a robin land on a nearby fence post. He moved with a quiet, steady rhythm that Arlo found terribly boring. To Silas, every movement was a conversation with the world. "I'm taking the shortcut through the whispering woods," Arlo shouted as Silas finally opened the gate. Silas held up a hand. "The rains were heavy last night, Arlo. Stay to the high path," he cautioned. But Arlo was already halfway down the trail. Arlo zoomed down the low path, ignoring the warning. Suddenly, the ground turned soft and hungry. His boots sank deep into thick, sticky mud. He pulled and he tugged, but the more he struggled, the deeper he went. He was stuck. Just as Arlo began to feel a tear prickle his eye, he saw a familiar figure. Silas was walking toward him. Silas didn't rush, but he didn't stop either. He moved with purpose. When he reached the edge of the mud, he extended his sturdy walking stick. Silas pulled with surprising strength, guiding Arlo to the safety of the grass. Once Arlo was out, Silas didn't scold him. Instead, he pointed to the moss on the trees and the way the birds avoided the hollows. "The woods speak if you show them the respect of listening," Silas said. Arlo looked at his muddy boots and then at Silas's calm, wrinkled face. He realized that Silas wasn't slow because he was weak. He was slow because he was wise enough to see what Arlo had missed. "I'm sorry I was rude," Arlo whispered. They spent the rest of the afternoon walking back to the village together. This time, Arlo didn't run ahead. He matched his steps to the tap, tap, tap of Silas's walking stick. He noticed the smell of the damp earth and the silver lining of the clouds. From then on, Arlo was still a boy of action, but he always made time for Silas. He learned that being a hero isn't just about being the fastest. It's about knowing when to stop, listen, and honor the wisdom of those who walked the path long before you.